What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Geek Blend. I'm Jeff. Welcome to a live stream during the Killer Halloween here on the channel with hardly any videos for you guys. I do apologize. I want to say off the bat, I have like 10 videos to edit, and I've just not had fucking time to do it. So I'm trying to get that done before I leave for my trip next Tuesday, so you guys will have a bunch of content. Haven't been able to get together with Jason to review a couple of pumpkin beers. Just can't do it. He's got a baby on the way. They're trying to fix the baby's room. We just have not been able to sync up our schedules, unfortunately. But we're going to talk about Halloween Kills tonight. I have a guest with me. I'll bring her in a second. I will just say this right now. There are spoilers. We are going to go through the whole fucking movie, most likely. A lot of the major plot points. So if you have not seen it, don't watch this review. Don't watch this hangout, this discussion, because we are going to go through every single aspect of it. So, without further ado, I bring in my guest for this evening. I have Christy from the YouTube channel, according to Christy. Christy, how are you doing this evening?
I'm well, and I'm another person who doesn't make any videos or just streams anymore.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, every time I'm getting ready to do a video, I'm like, oh crap. Like last week I was on call for work. So I would get ready to do something and they would call me in to do work. And so I was like, I'm not going to do stuff because every time I do stuff, I get called into work. So,
yeah. I'll tell you after the live stream, but like, okay. Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Right off the bat, we have from Christy a super sticker. Christy, what was your sticker?
It wasn't a pooper sticker.
Yeah, you did. You said the little devil horn.
I did. There was no Halloween things to like actually send.
It's dumb. Thank you for that. And then Teresa with the rose. And then something I wish you could highlight on the stream, but you've got the member like highlights, which is so dumb that you can't highlight that on the stream. I'm sure they're working on it or something. But Christy, you said, "How do you kill the boogeyman?" You do not. And Christy, you've been a member for 12 months. Thank you for that. I appreciate that very, very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That is awesome. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Okay.
I meant to cut it a long time ago, but I always forget to stop the auto draft that comes out every month. And I'll just do it next month.
I do that all the time. I swear. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's so and so's membership. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I guess I've been a membership for like 8 months now because it just keeps going. I'm like, oh, all right. I keep forgetting. It's so not connected very well. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Everybody for being here. By the way, like I said, we're gonna spoil the shit out of this fucking movie. So if you guys haven't seen it, get the fuck out. Come back later after you've seen the movie and then watch the stream because we're gonna go through all of it. Stuff we liked and the stuff we didn't like. And as I've kind of let this thing marinate a little bit, there was a time in the theater where I sat there and I'm thinking, I think Halloween Resurrection had better dialogue than this scene did. A little bit. I was like, wow, that's not something good, but because there was some cringy dialogue and there was some great dialogue and there were some cringy deliveries too. And I don't know. Did you feel that way, or was there like some cringy dialogue for you?
I did. In Halloween Resurrection, is that the one that Busta Rhymes was in?
Yep.
I'm glad I went on IMDb then, because if you go on their trivia page, there was an idea to actually bring him back for this movie, but it was scrapped, and I did not know that. And I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I do have a question before we talk spoilery stuff, but it actually has to deal with Halloween. But I'll let you go through the chat and say hello to them if you want to do that first.
Sure. One Man Show, what's going on? How you doing? Geek Aside, you're right. You can't kill the boogeyman. One Man Show says strap the boogeyman into a chair and make him watch all the Friday 13th movies, prefacing it by telling him this is how a pro does it. Boogeyman dies laughing. Well, that's nice. Melissa Lord says, can't wait to hear what you think, Jeff. Thanks for being here, Melissa. I see Jace is here. He says, hail Geek Blend. What's up, Jace? How you doing, man? I might send you a link here in a minute, man. Geek Asylum says, I watched it last night. I really enjoyed it. Surpassed my expectations by a lot, happily. Zach Rott says, howdy, y'all. He is here. What's going on? Yeah, I think you posted a comment on my video, I believe. I think you did. Hey, Lady Toriel, how you doing? Another member. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that very much. Let's see. Trey is here. I'm excited to see what Trey has to say in the comments. We've said a couple things back and forth on a couple of live streams, but I want to see what he's he's got to say as well, too.
I know I saw Trey talking about someone replying to Trey, but I don't know what his actual take was. So
yeah.
Well, I want to see what he thinks.
I think there's a comment coming up, too, that has Trey's comment here. So, yeah.
Okay.
Melissa Lord says, if anyone was extremely critical of this movie, it was me. I grew up watching the OG movies in the 80s, and I give this one an 8.5 out of 10. I tell you what, too, like, there was a lot of people. I'm part of a bunch of Halloween fan groups on Facebook, like thousands and thousands of people, and it's divisive. It's very half and half. I've seen it's half and half. Mm-hmm. Very much so. I'm surprised, too. And Trey says, Melissa, I really loved it. It has some minor gripes, but it honors the franchise. I agree with that. It does. Absolutely agree with that. I do agree with that. I think it does honor the franchise compared to some of the other sequels and what Rob did with the franchise. Yeah. I mean, the way that Rob was going with the franchise, yeah, he definitely honored it compared to that.
Yeah.
Carpenter's soundtrack added so much tension like it was a character. Yeah, that is one of the best parts of the film is his soundtrack. Minor nitpicks, the hallway scene, but I love it.
Which hallway?
Yeah.
I guess we'll talk about it.
There you go. Little John and Big John, awesome characters. That's right. We were talking about that right before we went to live. Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about first. That's exactly what we talked about right away.
Do it.
That was a good scene. I agree. When Little John came upstairs and realized it was Michael, I love that scene. That was a great scene. That was a great scene.
Yeah.
Yes, that is Queenie. Harleen Quinzel. She's running around like a freak because she needs to take a walk. So she needs to go out on a walk today. Liquid Blake says, I honestly was wanting a Busta fly cake halfway through the movie, anything to break the monotony. Dude, if Busta Rhymes came out and kicked him through the damn doors like, trick or treat, motherfucker, I got up and shouted.
I would have fucking loved that.
Absolutely. Melissa Lord says, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Exactly. That song, man, will get burned in your brain and just play over and over. I'm fine with that. It's not one that I hate, but sometimes, some people don't like it as much. See, I like that movie.
I hate that movie.
I didn't when I was younger because I'm like, where the fuck is Michael Myers? And then as you get older and you realize what Carpenter wanted to do with the franchise, and you kind of have more respect for it, and you kind of watch it, and you're like thinking, okay, I see what he's doing here, yeah.
I watched it again as an adult, and I was like, no.
We'll talk about this, but I agree with Trey on this one. Halloween 2, original Halloween 2 is still the best sequel.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is funny because it's the one, besides the zombie ones, it's the one Carpenter shits on the most. Because he fucking wrote it hammered as fuck on Bud Light or Busch Light or what the fuck he wrote it. Yeah. Because he was forced to basically do it.
Yeah.
You know? Now, how about that sexy nurse? That fucking scene cringed me the fuck out. I'm a doctor, he's a nurse, and they're dressed as their opposite. I'm like, what? Fuck off. Like, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Lady Turiel says, I just watched some of the Halloween movies. Some were crap, but like this one. To be honest with you, too, I wore this shirt because I've watched this in the last 6 months, and I have more appreciation for Halloween 5 than I used to. Still think The Mask is better than 4, and I liked the movie. I liked 4 way better, but Michael looked weird as fucking 4. So, yeah. Okay, so let's get into things we liked.
So,
Christy, what did you like about the movie?
I wanted to ask you this question, okay, beforehand, because they know from the previous movie, in 2018, that everything was scrapped. That Michael and Laurie aren't related and stuff like that. But it boggles my mind because people just say that he's evil and so why is he always going after Laurie? They say that there's no reason why he goes after Laurie. There's always a reason why a killer goes after someone. Does that make sense? Like I've thought about that before, and I'm just like,
a little bit like.
Yeah.
I understand. Like, I liked how they kind of explained because they kept thinking Michael's after her. He's coming after her. And they're like, no, it's the fucking doctor that did it. There's no Michael's just a killer. He's just an apex predator. He just kills to kill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then
I'm okay with that. That's what I like about this. Like, I love Halloween 2. Still my favorite sequel. Still the best one.
Yeah.
I rather than not have been brother and sister and that he just kills to kill because it's scarier that way.
My
Because if he's trying to get his sister, if you get out of the way, maybe he just won't kill you because he's trying to get his sister. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as scary. But I still love Halloween. I still think Halloween 2 is the best sequel of the franchise. And I still love it. I don't hate that they did that. So
I will say this. I love how that anything after how the original is supposed to be retconned, but yet they use a scene from Halloween 2 when Sheriff Brackett and he sees Annie's bot. I was like, come on now.
I was like, wait a second. What's going on there?
Go ahead.
I understand when I use that. They just kind of want to show the aftermath of it with Brackett. Doesn't mean, like, people are like, Halloween 2 is canon again. I'm like, no, it's not. Just chill on that a little bit, people. It's because they want to just do that. Yeah. Some wise ass in one of my Halloween groups commented on somebody's post like, no, that wasn't the real Annie. They used CGI prosthetics just like they did with Loomis, like just making shit up just to see. And the guy's like, I didn't know that. That's crazy. And he's like, I was just kidding.
I did not know. So was that actually like CGI for Loomis, or was actually a person?
Yep. Yeah.
What? And they just added makeup to the person, or did
I'll pull up the behind the scenes picture I have.
Donald Pleasant.
Yeah, I'll pull up the behind the scenes picture while you're talking.
Donald Pleasance, Pleasant.
Donald Pleasance. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I will say I agree with people in the chat that I still think the flashback sequence at the beginning is like my favorite thing.
Oh, that is my.
That's like my favorite.
That is amazing. My favorite. The flashback in the beginning and the ending scene are my favorite thing. Like I told you, those are my two favorite things about this damn movie.
I was like, wait a second. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to see if I can share this with it.
Okay.
Because I fucking hate the way they do it here. No, I don't want to do Chrome tab. Let's do this one too.
I know. I don't want to speak out of turn much, but when you... Huh? Wait.
Yeah. It's that dude. That's him. They put prosthetics on and make him look like Loomis.
Even without the prosthetics, he like if you were just looking at right now, he looks like Loomis right there. That's fucking creepy, man.
Right? Really? Like, a lot of people who watched this movie and reviewed it are like, I'm kind of okay with him going back and exploring that timeline a little bit with Loomis and when Michael's in the hospital and things like that. I'm like, I would kind of be okay with that as well if they did something like that. I'm thinking they might do a little bit more in ends with Loomis flashbacks with the response that they've gotten from Loomis, maybe. But like, that is like, it's incredible. No, it was another guy's voice. Geek-a-san. It was another guy's voice that did it. But that's just spot the fuck on.
That's crazy. Technology and genetics are fucking crazy what we can do. Oh, shit.
Yeah. I'm just glad it didn't look like fucking Tarkin in Rogue One. That's what I was worried about when I heard they were going to have like a shot of Pleasance. And then I'm like, please don't be fucking Tarkin from Rogue One. Don't give me like, Uncanny Valley effect. Even though I thought they did a great job with what they did with Tarkin, it's just the eyes are hard to get past because, your mind recognizes something is off when they do that kind of stuff.
And see, I'm going to agree with you because I know who Tarkin is, but that's about it. Yep. Star Wars, Star Trek, don't give a shit.
Yeah, Loomis, like everybody's liking like that flashback sequence was also it felt like I was watching like deleted scenes from the original. Like even the cinematography, it looked like Dean Cundy's cinematography from the first 3 films. It looked so great. And I was so surprised at how well I liked that going back to the original timeline because to me, them actually attempting that is ballsy as fuck to begin with. Because you're touching like
gold
movie like, royalty. That's absolutely like to me. Halloween 78, John Carpenter's Halloween is in my top 3 movies of all time. It rotates in and out with a few others. Like it's always in my top 3 or 4. Always, never will leave.
It's my top 10. It's definitely my top 10.
Like I can just watch it all the time, all the time. Liquid Wick says, I hate the aspect of this reboot series and others. Scrap everything, but still use a lot of the themes and events, even situations from the movies that have been scrapped. Just cherry picking. Yeah, but they didn't do it as shitty as other movies have done it and other series have done it. Like, like Star Wars, like, let's just scrap everything, but let's use everything. Yeah, they didn't. They did it. It was different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that too. So the flashback sequence, was that your favorite part of the movie as well? So the whole flashback thing in the beginning?
That was definitely my favorite part is the flashback scene, because you expected to like see the aftermath with what happened from the trailers and stuff like that. But I was not I was like, holy shit. I mean, and you have I want to say Mufasa, but I know that's not his name. No, Mufasa. I want to say Mufasa, but
Mustafa Akkad.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm,
and you see that, I'm just like, oh my god, they're doing it. It's just like, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
So I love that.
It was really well done. I was super excited about it. I was worried that it was going to be, I was like, oh crap, they're doing it. Like, when you see the flashback sequences in the trailer and you hear about it, because I read the script like 8 months ago. Stuff has changed and a few things are missing that apparently are going to be on an extended cut of the movie on DVD in like January. But when I read that part of all that sequence and then with the flashback, I'm like, this is going to be ballsy as fuck if they're going to do this.
Yeah.
Like, because Loomis has speaking lines, for fuck's sake. How's this going to happen? I expected him to be like in the background, like kind of out of focus maybe, or something like that. But then they're like, no, look at him. He's right here. We're going to show you Loomis full on in frame.
I need to read the leak script because I didn't read it. I didn't even like. That's how I like. Glad I have y'all for this type of shit. We're talking about leak scripts and everything like that. It's like, But what did you think? What was your favorite scene?
The flashback sequence is my favorite thing. Yeah, absolutely. Second, if I had to pick something from the timeline, the Michael Myers timeline that we're in now, not the flashback stuff in the current timeline. Oh, dude, the end sequence with Cameron and Allison in the house, I think I had a lot, and he fucked Cameron's world all up. He went the extra mile to make sure that motherfucker was dead.
Yeah. I'm
like, I think he's dead. He's like, no. He knew it's because she didn't want. She kept saying, no, leave him alone. He's like, no, I'm not going to do that. You know, that I like that. And the older people, like Trey saying, the older people in the first house he goes to after Laurie's, where he's in the bathroom, you can hear him taping up his hand and stuff, like with he's doing something in there.
Yeah.
I like that scene too. Yeah. Yeah. The Big John and Little John stuff too, though.
Big John and Little John. It's like the side stuff that you see. That is what I liked more than actually like any scene with Lori or her daughter or her daughter. I like Judy Greer. I don't like Karen at all in the first movie or even this movie.
Okay, I was going to ask you if your opinion changed on her in this movie at all.
No, okay. Are you want to go ahead and talk about the ending now, or you want to wait?
Yeah, we go ahead. Okay. Go ahead.
I cheered when that bitch got killed. I was so happy. Her name was apt. She's a Karen. She's Karen.
Yeah.
But
like fuck your kiss the sweater.
But
it's Halloween, bitch.
But the flashback scene where it's the deputy saying that he was talking with his other friend. He used to be friends with Michael Myers, and Myers would look out his sister's window and like what he would see. And I will say that ending scene when Karen is doing the same thing and you see Michael, that shot is that's a beautiful shot though. I will say
really
that
is. Because
I did not fucking expect that at all. I was like, oh shit. So yeah.
Yep. I did like the shot where she looks up in the window and she sees him as a boy up there. I'm like, man, they fucking nailed that. That kid looks very, very close to 78. And again, it's pulling from the 78 classic to do that. And But you're right, that scene where he pops up at the end behind her and you don't expect it. I mean, I did because I read the script. But it was amazing. It was a great fucking shot. And that point where she knew she was fucked. Mm-hmm. And I'll have to go back and watch it. Minor gripe, why didn't Karen keep stabbing with the pitchfork? I would have kept... Because she was trying to lead him out into the mob. Because she knew that if she'd have a better chance of him being fucked up by a bunch of people than just her with a pitchfork.
Yeah.
Because he can easily turn the tables on your ass with a pitchfork. It's a lot harder when there's like 20 people. So and that's why she did it.
Well, you think... Yeah.
So, the original ending...
Okay.
After Karen dies... Laurie's calling her phone, Karen's phone, and it rings. Michael picks it up and is breathing in the earpiece. Oh. And she says, "I'm coming for you, Michael." And it's while she's saying that, and you hear the breathing. It's her in that shot in the trailer where she's walking down the hallway with the knife. That's the ending. It'd been much better.
Damn it,
much better.
That would have been so much. That would have been so much better. That really
it's going to be on it's going to be on the 4K and the Blu-ray. That's going to be the ending. Because even David Gordon Green, the director, said it's going to be an alternate ending. It's just going to be that added on to it, most likely.
Damn, oh man.
Did you like it that he was behind her all of a sudden, Karen, at the very end, or would you like to have seen him kill his way through all the other paramedics to get to the house?
No, I think I liked it the way it was. I did want to see how, because you know how in the original movie that like he's always in the shadows type thing, and for me, and then his mask, you see the mask appear, like especially like when after she stabs him and he gets back up, but it's like he just appeared all of a sudden versus it kind of like it being hinted a little bit, because after all those people are killed and she's in that house, you don't expect it. I would have loved to have seen like any subtlety or something like that, but again, that's just me.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with that. I agree. I had somebody say that or ask me about that too. Like, would you rather see him just cut down everybody to get to her? I'm like, no, I like the surprise aspect of that where she wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
And the only way it would have worked if he did it the other way, where he was cutting through everybody, where she kind of knew she was fucked no matter what.
Yeah.
And she just didn't do anything. And she's like, "Fuck, if I leave, he's just going to find me. If I don't leave, one of the things too." Yeah. Trey, David Gordon Green did say the new ending that when we talked about just now, the alternate ending is going to be canon, so it will be what is supposed to be the ending. Which I wonder if Universal made him change it or something happened. No barks. He came in from the back door. That's what she said. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He did come in the back door. Because this movie answered the question we've all had. Is he human? Is he not human? Is he a combination? He's supernatural aspect for sure. They hinted at it in the fucking flashback sequence. When Hawkins was shooting at him and he like turned and walked away, and Hawkins went up there and looked, and there's a fucking locked gate right there and he's gone. Mm-hmm. They hinted at it right there. Like, that's what I thought, too, in the beginning. I'm like, wait, did they just hint he's supernatural?
If they hinted at it, they did a shit job of it. To me.
I think it was just supposed to be subtle. I think it's supposed to be really subtle.
No, honestly, I thought that was a mistake on their part. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, because it took me actually reading a few reviews to actually think. I was like, wait a minute. Maybe they're actually right about that. So, who knows? What else?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say hi to SPK. Hey, how you doing, man? Another member? Thanks for being here, hanging out. But yeah, I mean, at the end, of course, he gets shot again. Like, how many times? 4 or 5? Yeah, again, point blank. And so, I mean, I'm pretty sure this movie answers the question that he's more than human. Yeah. I think we always knew that growing up. I mean, of course, as the later sequels go on, when he gets like blown the fuck up and shit and shot like 90 times, then he comes back. He's like, definitely supernatural. But having them going back from Halloween 1 and to this one, it's like, yeah, I kind of thought maybe he was a little bit.
Okay. So, what were some of the things that you didn't like?
The whole fucking hospital scene in the middle where the other patient comes in and they all like chase him down and make him kill himself.
Thank you. I thought
Waste of time.
that was a waste. That was such an asinine thing to do.
Oh, and like 89% of the time people said evil dies tonight. That's another thing I hated.
I liked it if he just did it the one time, but they kept saying it. And Anthony Michael Hall as Tommy, I was like, wait a minute, is that who I think it is? And so I did like him in the role, but then how he got killed, I was like, are you kidding? How are you kidding me? Jesus.
I was okay with how he got killed because he was there, and when he realized that you can't stop the boogeyman.
Yeah, that's true. And so I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but like with Lindsay and her seeing she says she saw his face. How do you think that's going to impact the third movie? Because I picked that up as a hint. I mean, I did. So
me too.
What do you think?
Editorial's out tonight. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you stopping by as always. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be a factor in the third one. I do. Yeah. I'm glad she survived too, by the way. I'm really glad Lindsay's alive.
I was shocked when I was like, holy shit, she's actually alive.
I will throw in another thing I really liked about the movie, and a character I did not expect to like so much, which was Lonnie Elam's character. I was like, please, why did you kill him off? He was I liked him. I thought he was better than Tommy. I preferred his character over Tommy's, even though I loved what Anthony Michael Hall did with Tommy. I thought what the guy did with Lonnie Elam's character, I was like, fuck yeah, bring Lonnie back.
Was he the original Lonnie?
Like, God damn it. No.
Oh, he wasn't.
Mm-mm. No. I just thought he did a phenomenal job in that role. Like, I thought he was a standout.
I think he was.
Yeah.
And I love when he was talking to his son about something. We'll see each other at the finish line or something like that. And I was like, well, they're dead.
Dude, that's the scene I'm talking about. It's one of the things that sold me on him. Lonnie, when he sees Marion's body and it was a really, really, I just thought he did a really great job in that role. And when I heard they're bringing Lonnie Elam back, I'm like, that's kind of cool that they're doing that. Mm-hmm. And, bringing these characters back. And then they show in the flashback sequence a little bit of Lonnie and the fact that he gets bullied too, on top of bullying, Tommy as well. And I like that they connected him to it. So, bringing him in as another character, he'd be like, he had an encounter with Michael Myers as well.
He did.
Not just these other people. Like, he was there too. It happened to him as well. So I really like that. And I was like, man, they made Lonnie Elam awesome. Like, that's when I hear he's coming back, and I was reading into the script, I'm like, okay, they're bringing Lonnie back. Okay, cool. Just to have Lonnie back, I guess. But then I thought the guy just did a really good job in the role, and I was pissed off when they killed him. And then people were all pissed off when he went in the house by himself at the end. I'm like, yeah, but he's not going to have his son go inside the house with him, or he's not going to be like, hey, son, come in and die with me. He knew he wasn't going to probably make it out. Why would you take your son with you in the first place? So
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
But
with Jamie Lee Curtis, it seemed like she really wasn't in this movie.
No, she was sidelined for Tommy and the rest of them.
What? I watched
her scenes were great though.
Her scenes were great when she had them. Yeah. But I watched this for Michael and Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Myers and Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah. I don't watch it for the supporting characters, but I'm kind of glad I did.
And
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry. No, you're good. Keep finishing.
I was gonna say, I don't know. Has this been was this topic like kind of controversial when Michael killed the kid
in 2018?
No, he killed another kid.
Oh, off screen with the skull mask?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because he killed the kid on screen in the 2018 film.
Oh, he did? I didn't remember that part. In
the truck. Will you stop it?
Oh, I didn't even think about. I didn't remember that part. I was like, wait a minute, Michael Myers killed a kid?
Yeah.
Because you see all the other ones. It's like they would hide or they would cower and he would just disappear. And I'm like, oh, he actually fucking did it.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of horror movies stray from having them kill kids. Mm-hmm. But yeah, when they did it in 2018, I'm like, all right, they're going to let us know automatically that he doesn't give a shit. He's just does what he does just to get. He just kills. Yeah.
Trey.
He was still a kid though. Like, you know what I mean. I kind of would have been okay if Jason would have fucked up all those kids in part 6, though, man. That's kind of would have been. He's Jason. He's not like, oh, little kids. I'm not going to touch kids.
Still my favorite Jason kill. Friday the 13th kill is from, I think it's from 7, where she's in the sleeping bag and he just whacks her on that tree. That's my favorite kill ever. And then when they did it for that remake with Jared Padalecki, I was like, oh my God, that is such a great scene too. But we're not talking about
it is. That whole opening is fucking great.
That
where he fucking puts her over a fire and like basically burns her in a sleeping bag. I was like, God damn it.
I was like,
that's hardcore as fuck.
They're not playing
the whole intro scene's hardcore as hell. I was like, I enjoyed that movie actually.
I do too. So. I was like, that's one of the. I was like, holy crap! I can't even believe I'm actually buying a Friday the 13th movie.
I was like, damn.
What else? Okay, I'm trying to remember the movie through my head, like the scenes and stuff like that. Was there stuff that you saw that maybe could have been better? Or
a lot of stuff. Yeah. Oh, real quick, I want to ask you about one thing real quick before we get into it. The opening sequence, the pumpkin opening, what'd you think about that?
I liked it. How many pumpkins did they use?
There's a bunch.
I was like, wait a minute.
This
is different. But you know what? It actually took me watching it this time, like right before the live stream. I was like, wait a minute. Why am I just not noticing all those damn pumpkins? But I thought it was pretty cool. What are you doing? We don't want to keep.
I was just reading the comments.
Silent. We don't want to keep it.
I was reading comments. I was like, what? What's that? Huh. Yeah, I love reading. So let's bring up Allison real quick. Did you like her in 2018?
I did. I thought she was a great blend between. Well, yes and no, because I liked her more in this one though, because she was a great blend between Lori and her mom. So but yeah, she's one of my favorite survivors.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Yeah, I'm glad she survived. I liked her more in this one too. I liked her in 2018, but I thought she can't kind of come into her own in this one. And that actress, I think she's got a pretty big career ahead of her as well too. I kind of think she's a great actress. That's the whole. I think it's the whole point of them doing this is to show like it doesn't matter who it is. And the fact that Lori thinks that he's been trying to come after her this whole time, and then finding out that's not the case, and he's just evil, and that's all. The whole scene with her and Hawkins talking while will you stop it? Quit it. While her and Hawkins are talking.
We need to talk about Officer Hawkins too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to be alive, but then they spoiled it like a few weeks ago with a clip online. They were like, here's a clip of her and Hawkins. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, Hawkins? But yeah, that whole sequence where she's talking about how he's evil incarnate and stuff, yeah, I like that a lot. While he's basically fucking up the mob as well, too. Mm-hmm. Or it's right before he wakes up and fucks them all up, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that, yeah, too. Yeah, I do like that part, too, where they take his mask and he's like, no, bring that shit back. It's like, it's part of him. It's part of him. He doesn't feel... It's like in the 2018 movie where they had the mask in the prison yard and something was happening there on another level. Mm-hmm. With that mask that connects him to that, to evil, basically. It's like a part of him. So, yeah.
The doctor in that first movie, I couldn't stand that fucking asshole.
No. That was also the first movie I didn't like.
The way that they brought Michael back with Lori and stuff, it's just, man. But Officer Hawkins and the we get more flashback scenes as we go through the movie. What'd you think about him?
I enjoyed them showing him a little bit more as. Will you stop barking?
Really?
God damn it! Seriously, what are you barking at, you retard?
You talked. You talked.
She's crazy.
What,
I like the flashback stuff with Hawkins because I liked them making him more of a character, a little bit more, made it more personal for him, a little bit. When he when he's saying that he stopped them because he's like the time I was when I was stopping them from killing him, all I was thinking was that's somebody's little boy that they're going to kill, and then he realized down the road that it's just simply and purely evil, and that's it, and he realized he made a mistake. I like this stuff with Hawkins quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. Why do you have to make sense about shit like that? Because I
Yeah.
I was just like, are you kidding me? I was like, no, this. When I watched it for the first time last Friday, on Friday night, and I was like, this motherfucker is really telling us not to kill Michael Myers because he's someone's kid, but yet he's killed how many people? And you killed your buddy because you don't know how to aim.
Yeah. Yep. If he was a cop in 2021, though, the bullet would have went right through and went through Michael's neck. So
I know, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wait a minute. You're not going to even show like it impacted Michael at all. Not saying it would knock him down or something like that, but not show a hole in the suit or something like that. It was weird.
Yeah. Yeah. At first I wasn't sure about the Hawkins stuff until I watched it the second time. Like I made that connection. At first Hawkins is just trying to do the right thing because as a cop he's serve and protect. You don't just kill criminals; you put them away. It was his kind of a thing. But then he realized that Michael has to die because he's not a person.
Yep.
He's not a person. He's just evil.
Yep.
And I like that aspect of it. I also like the aspect that they kind of hinted at Hawkins and Laurie possibly might have having a thing. And then they brought up Ben Tramer. I was like, they said Ben Tramer's name in this movie. I'm like, fucking A. There's a lot of people online like, yes, Ben Tramer. I'm like, yeah.
I was like, God damn it! If they don't have someone just stand in as Ben Tramer in a yearbook or something like that, what is this man supposed to look like? And if you don't have John Carpenter as a picture of that being Ben Tramer, that would be a great idea, I think.
That would be, yeah. Like, that would be great. Have John Carpenter play Ben Tramer in the next movie for a few minutes.
Wait, is John Carpenter still alive? No.
Yeah, he scored. Yeah, he scored the movie.
I thought he was
dead. Him and
his
son and his godson scored the movie. Yeah,
I thought he was dead.
No, he's still kicking.
I'm thinking of somebody else then.
Wes
no,
Craven.
I'm thinking of Wes Craven. I think I'm thinking of Wes Craven. That's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But like in the third movie as a blooper reel, as an end scene, you'll have Laurie and them or whoever's surviving the third movie, and here lies Ben Tramer. They're all, and then there's just John Carpenter's picture.
That'd be great.
I would love to see that. Oh,
Trey, you know that every company who makes figures for Halloween is going to make a flashback Michael Myers figure because that's another buck they can get. Trick or Treat Studios is going to announce a 1/6 scale flashback Michael Myers figure. They will. That's the thing about the flashback sequence. I'm a stickler for the mask. Like, that's one of the reasons I love Part 4, but I fucking hate Part 4 because the mask looks so bad. And the guy they got to play Michael Myers, they put him in padding, and he looks like a woman in a pantsuit with shoulder pads and shit from the 90s or 2000s, and with this shitty super white mask on, and it just doesn't work. Even though the story around him in the movie is really well done, and it's a good movie. It's just fuck that fucking look. It just looks like shit.
When I think of my favorite 4 Halloween movies in the series, it's the first one, Halloween 2, Halloween 4, and then H2O. For the simple fact is the storyline and stuff like that. And it's it drives me bonkers that Jamie was retconned in H2O. I was just like, come on, you can't have like a nod to the daughter or something like that. You don't have to say anything about Halloween 5 and just, or even 6, when how some of that mess shit was and everything.
No shit. Bring Paul Rudd back. It's Tommy. I've been cool with that, by the way, if Paul Rudd was in this movie as Tommy. And they made him like a hard ass and shit, dude. That'd been fantastic. Apparently they approached him, and it wouldn't. Well, he was shooting Ghostbusters and stuff too, and he had a bunch of other stuff going on.
Really?
Yeah, they apparently approached him about it. Yeah.
He would have been great to see again as Tommy.
I thought he did a good job. Like, I think like when people kind of explain what they thought he was going for as like the new Loomis kind of thing, the way Loomis acted about Michael Myers and the way Tommy's obsessed about it for years, like Loomis did with Michael Myers, it worked.
It worked really well.
It really did. And I'm like, fuck, dude, that's great. And then, yeah, see, a lot of people think it's unpopular, but I think as time goes on, people are kind of realizing what he did with that role as Tommy, and they're like, okay, I kind of like what he did there. Like, I've seen a lot of people go back with reviews recently, with new reviews as well. I think even Dr. Wolfkill was talking about how much he liked Paul Rudd as Tommy, if I remember correctly.
He's one of the ones in Halloween, like, why I like Halloween 6 is because of his character. Like,
absolutely,
Tommy.
Yes.
And
plus the mask was on the right track to getting better at that point too. Like, it was like, damn, okay, well, now we got a better mask. So yeah. She's barking at the chair, squeaking, I think.
Barking at the chair.
I'm pretty sure. This chair's not even that old. It's already squeaking like it's like 9 years old. What's up, Timon? Thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you're doing well.
Hello.
See, that's the thing, Trey. I love Halloween 6, but I prefer the producer's cut. But I wish they would take aspects of the theatrical and mix it in. Somebody's working on a cut, by the way, on that on YouTube right now. Somebody's cutting it together to take the best parts of each and putting them together. Because I liked how the producer's cut had the original score. It had like the cinematography looked like the originals, like Dean Country cinematography. It had that like almost bluish tint to it a little bit, you know. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I like the producer's cut more. But of course,
I love you talk about the producer's cut. And Trey's next comment: "Producer's cut was trash."
I know, right? I know. See, that's the thing. Like, yeah. Why are you barking like an idiot? Oh, it's because you are an idiot. No, you're not stupid. But so the hospital like hallway scene where they're all running after this dude in the new one. Do you see a fucking point to that? Do you go back and look at that and like, okay, I understand why it's in there?
No, I don't.
If anybody in the chat can give me a reason why you think that's in there, let me know, because I don't know why.
I get what they're. Well, no, honestly, I don't get what they were trying to do with that. Maybe I could see if it was presented that the people of Haddonfield were just so over with Michael Myers and wanted him gone, and like they wanted to. That I can get behind, but the execution of it was just asinine, and that man jumping for no reason, and just yeah.
Absolutely, it's one of those things. Makes no fucking sense, because nobody in their right mind looks at that guy and is like, "Oh yeah, that's Michael Myers." Sorry,
you saw the article. You know the article that I messaged you a few days ago, right? About what they were saying about it.
Yeah, the thing is too. What really sucks about it is, so they're all like going about how topical it is now. I'm like, this fucking movie was made before the topical stuff that had happened last summer. So don't ride those coattails because you didn't do it. You know that was coming. And it also, they talk like Jamie Lee Curtis talks about it in interviews. Like, this made this movie so topical about people get fed up, and I'm like, makes the people look like idiots. So, if you're saying this is like a commentary on what happened last summer, you're saying all the people that rioted and did that were idiots, which you would be correct. So, they made a guy kill himself.
Yeah. There was no point. There was no point in that.
No.
If you were trying to do something with Karen to like she's supposed to be the moral compass or something like that. With this movie, it didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't. Not at all. Exactly. We got Big John and Little John out of this. That is the big takeaway here.
You know what I'm
It's
so
Big John
upset
and Little John.
about with Little John? That Big John didn't go, yeah. I'm so mad. It's so stupid.
I agree 100%.
And this movie that had the highest kills? Well, not the highest kills, but a lot
For
of
Michael
kills.
Myers.
Yeah.
For Michael Myers, it did. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it put him past Jason Voorhees in the total as well, too, for all time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, dude, yeah, a little. See, Melissa's thinking the same fucking thing you are. She's thinking the same thing you are. Yes. Absolutely. And
I loved those little kids when they played that prank on them with the Big John and Little John. And then they pulled it back. And I was like, wait a minute. They're in his house. They're fucked.
Yep. I like how they're like, he's like, Michael Myers stabbed his sister in the tits. And Trey, I don't know if you watched that. We watched the movie channel, but they even said on their live stream that's what we say. They're like asking for royalty checks from Blumhouse because that's their line. So yeah. 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 Oh, Trey, I just realized that. I just fucking realized that. The callback to Halloween 2 with the razor blade and the candy. That's what that was. Didn't even realize it until now. Thank you for pointing that out. Jada says, what's the general consensus here? I was so disappointed. Enzo's going to have to be amazing to make up for this, in my opinion. I wasn't like super let down. I was a little bit. I still enjoyed it for what it was. Like I said, the more this movie marinates with me, I'm finding more issues with it. I have seen it twice, and I had it on the background the other day while I was moving some stuff around in the room and getting ready to vacuum. So I had it on the background while I was doing some stuff. But no, I still liked it. Overall, I enjoyed it. Overall. Like, even with this dumb shit in it, which was, some of the dialogue was cringe as fuck. The Evil Dies Tonight just got a little bit too much. You're like, okay, we get it. We get it. You can just calm down. Also, a cringy line for me. A cringy line. Like, I fucking hated it so much. I love the fact that they brought Sheriff Brackett back. But why'd you have to say the line from the first movie that only it's like he looked at the camera and talked to us and said, everybody's entitled to one good scare. Like, he looked at us and said that. That's what that was. It was just for the fans. That's all. No point. Why not say this is for my daughter, you motherfucker?
I was so fucking mad that there was not more interaction with Lori and Sheriff Brackett at all. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
These two people, Lori, put Michael aside, these two people are the links to the victims.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. There's Lindsay and even Tommy. But it's his daughter died, and he I guess you could say, quotes, saved the friend, but like, I was like, you kidding me, man? And then when Lori's brought in, he hears the last name Strode, and he's like,
yeah,
Lori.
Yeah, I expected more.
I expected more out of that shit, man. Oh man.
Yeah. Why instead of saying that line, why doesn't he just say something like what I just said a second ago? Like, this for my daughter, you motherfucker, or you piece of shit. Like, because he killed your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why not say something like that? It's just a fucking line for the fans. That's all it was. Like, you've already done a lot of fan service in the movie, and you did it to a point where up until that point, it was fine. It wasn't over the top. That line put it over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't do that. Like, in the movie, I was like, fuck, come on, man. Don't do that. Say this, yeah, just say, fuck you killed my daughter, and then fucking shoot him in the fucking eyeball or some shit. Yes.
What?
Something like, just don't have to say that line.
What was, I will say, I know we're kind of jumping around a little bit, but when, I forget the granddaughter's name, but what's her name?
Allison.
Allison, yeah. Allison, Lonnie, and the son are in the car, and then Lonnie is talking about her dad, and she starts laughing, and then just you see, like the devastation she has on her face. It's oh man! But then she has that mask has to go back up instantly, and that oh my god, Jeff, that was such a great scene. I don't know about
it. Really was. It really was. The fact you're bringing up now, and I'm thinking about it more and more, makes me realize how well acted she did in that scene. Mm-hmm. To actually, go to that place of thinking about her dad and then actually realizing, the grief coming back in, mm-hmm. but then her having to put on her game face again and get ready because of what the fuck they're dealing with and what the situation is. Phenomenal scene. Yeah. I love the fact that it calls back to 2018 when he's trying to talk about Lonnie in a bad way, but it was really him that was doing the selling him peyote mm-hmm. and tripping in the woods. Like that whole scene was great. It really was a great sequence. I liked those three together. I wish we would have gotten more of Lonnie and Allison and Cameron together doing stuff. So I kind of wish it would have been all three of them going in the house together instead of him going in first and then them going in after.
Yeah.
And him maybe even having to watch his son die or something like that.
I actually would have liked that, where if his son died, but because it didn't they... originally, was Annie supposed to survive, like, the first one?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because I could have sworn something like that. That's the reason why Zombies version, they had her in the second movie. So I could be mistaken. But, yeah. And we're going to talk about it. Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I like this. I like that, too. She's like, you got stabbed in the knife or you got stabbed in something with a fucking knife or whatever. And she's like, just paper cut. I was like, fuck yeah, Laura. It's just a goddamn paper cut. Just get up and do what you gotta do. I like how she was just, like, fuck it, I'm getting up and I'm going to go after this motherfucker.
Yeah.
They could have done something else in the hospital to get her more to do besides the stupid hallway chase of the other inmate. They could have done a lot more.
They could have,
a lot more. It could have been a teenager in a fucking costume that they mistaked as Michael Myers instead. It would have been way better. We're going to call back to Halloween 2 as well, with Ben Tramer being mistaken for Michael Myers. Right? Better. Better than what they did. I don't know. That whole scene was unnecessary. I agree. It was to show them. I understand what they were trying to do. They were trying to show the fact that the town had been pushed too far, and they were not going to take it anymore, and they were terrified. So this is what they do because they're so scared. You can do it a different way, and you can do it a better way. It just didn't work. It didn't work for me. I just don't. I'm going back to that all the time because it's the worst part of the movie, and it really kind of almost derails the film a little bit at that point. A little bit.
I agree.
Jane has a good point too. That sums up the whole movie. Could have done more. Yeah, I like the scene with her, except there's more dialogue issues with the movie, where he has to fucking remind us something we already know. You protected me 40 years ago, and now I'm going to protect you tonight. I'm like, we know that, dude. We know that.
So...
You could have done it a lot quicker than I'm like, you protected me, I'm going to protect you now. That's all you got to say. It just...
So I had the movie playing in the background, and I was laying down. You dumbass cat! It's a fucking window. What do you think is gonna happen when you hit it? Sorry. Oh my god, this cat.
Cats. That's what they do.
But so when Tommy was talking about it's been 40 years, and I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's been 50. And I had to my sleep I was like, wait a minute, 88. 98. Okay. It's been 40 years.
42 years actually. Well,
exactly.
Well, I guess 40 years when they filmed it, so it wouldn't make sense because it's still in the timeline of 2018. It's still in that night from 2018. So yeah, it was 40 years. So, but you don't have to tell us that. We know that. We've seen the movies. That's why. Why do you think we're here? Why do you think we're watching this one?
Why do you think we're watching?
Because we already know about those movies. You ain't got to fucking say that. Just say you protect me. I'm gonna protect you now. That's all you got to say. Drop it.
That's all you got to say.
There are so many things that dialogue-wise could have been done better, and they did. Like, you go back and watch 2018, and there's only a few issues with that dialogue-wise. The rest of it's really well written. Mm-hmm. And so you're like, what the hell are they doing in this? What, did they just forget how to write dialogue? I just don't understand. Like, I know Danny McBride can write way better than that. So I don't know if he just didn't have as much control over the script and David Gordon Green had more input with the script. I don't know. Or the other writer that's with Danny McBride that had more input this time. I don't know. But, yeah. Yes, Jana. Actually, Christy sent me an article about that. I'll bring that up on another live stream down the road here shortly when we do some more stuff. We'll talk about that. Because that scares me a little bit, to be honest.
Well, okay. This is what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Oh, no. I got two or three comments. Number one, it's a horror movie. Okay? Number two, this movie takes place in the year 2018. And from all guesses, Halloween Ends will still be on Halloween night 2018. So
actually, it's a time jump.
It is? Oh my god, are you kidding? What's the time jump?
I think it's like 3 years.
3 years? Oh, hell.
Well, do you remember her saying, like, you can encounter him tonight, you can encounter him in the dark alley, or you can encounter him on another Halloween night? Like, it was kind of like, okay, 4 years, says Jada. 4 years.
Well,
see, this is why Hollywood shouldn't be in charge of making movies anymore, because they have to put real-world politics in movies all the time. Mm-hmm. Movies are escapism. We don't need to know about the shit that we have to deal with on a fucking daily basis, for fuck's sake. We don't have to.
If you wanted to put that shit in any other fucking movie, I wouldn't complain. But this is a fucking horror movie. And it's the horror movies of horror movies besides Psycho, in my opinion. And
Michael, stand back, social distancing. You gotta stab with 6 feet apart. Stab like this. Stab like this. Stab like that.
Michael will be killing people at least he's wearing a mask.
Exactly.
Yeah, Dana, you got that shit right. At least he's wearing a mask. Oh, damn, that's funny.
Melissa Lord, I'm worried. I'm worried a little bit, to be honest with you. So, when I read that article, and I saw an interview where he's talking about that too, where they got that stuff from in the article, and I'm like, God, why do we have to do this all the fucking time?
You know what? let them do it. Let them make a movie where it's supposed to be set in the pandemic-y times, and people are walking around with the mask, and Michael will just kill them anyway. There, make it, and let's see how good or how much money you're actually going to get from this movie. If you think it's bad that you... Oh, we haven't talked about the Peacock Network yet, have we? With their... When is it, Jeff? Come on.
Peacocktober. They stole Pornhub's title for their October. Peacocktober.
Yeah. I didn't believe him until I went on my TV.
It's true.
And it's true. It's not the app. It's like it's still Peacock when you click on the app, but then you open it up. That fucking Peacocktober. I was like, you kidding me?
But then you click on it and you're like, how the fuck did you guys get all these good movies on here? What the fuck's going on?
Oh, absolutely.
Ton of shit.
Yeah.
It's like good. I was like, oh yeah, it's Universal owns them. Like that's why they have so many good movies on there. And then you're like, okay, what's this? Oh, they have all the classic Universal horror on here. I'm like, holy fuck, that even better.
Mm-hmm.
Even better. Because I love, especially Creatures from the Black Lagoon. I'll go back and watch all that shit.
Oh hell! Oh my god, they have prom nights. They have, yes. Oh my god, Sleepaway Camp is on here.
Yes. They need to build upon this for next year. Change the name of their October, of course, at first, and then really, really promote the fuck out of this, because Shudder has some good shit on it. Hulu has some okay stuff. HBO Max has some good, but Peacock has the best horror like Halloween movie selection out there right now.
It really does.
Really, I think the Texas Chainsaw stuff, the original too. They have the Child's Play series is on there, all of it.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
All of them
on here too.
Nightmare on Elm Street on there as well too.
They got Gremlins on here too.
Gremlins is on there. There's so much great shit on there. I know the original. I Know What You Did Last Summer is on there. I know people don't like that movie as much, but I love that movie. I do.
It's okay. It's tolerable.
And now we got a shitty ass stupid series because they'll run out of ideas. Everybody has. If you had to grade this movie out of 10, Christy, what would you give it?
For me, it's a good 6 out of 10. I think overall, it does the series justice. I still like Halloween. The 2018, is it just called Halloween?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh hell, Jesus Christ!
I know.
Are you kidding me? I still like.
They should just call it Halloween Returns.
Yeah, we'll just call it Halloween Returns 20
or Halloween Escapes or Halloween's Back or I don't know, something.
I like Halloween 2018 better.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it Halloween 2018.
Yeah, but overall,
I am
6.
So you say 6 out of 10?
Yeah, 6 out of 10.
6 point. Okay.
Yeah,
I would say 7.5 to about an 8. We're going to talk about something we haven't talked about yet here, which is the kills here in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say 7.5 to an 8 out of 10, and I'm going to rewatch 2018. I'm actually going to watch next week when I'm on my trip in Gatlinburg. We're going to watch 78, 2018, and Kills in a row.
Ooh, okay.
Because she's never seen 2018 or Kills now, so we're going to watch it all together. And then we're going to go back and watch 78 and then part 2 and kind of be like, okay, which timeline would you pick if you had to pick one to watch all the time?
You know what I would get her to do? Watch 78, Halloween 2, and then Halloween 4 to see if that.
Oh, yeah, okay. There you go.
Get her to see.
Have like that trilogy there.
Have that little trilogy right there.
Okay.
You know what? Has she seen Halloween 3?
Yes.
What was she like?
And she's like me. She's like one of the ones who eventually realized what they're like. It was different and why it was different. And was like, okay, because if you look at it as a standalone movie, which is what Carpenter wanted to do with the Halloween franchise, was just do anthology film series.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate it, and I like Tom Atkinson. I like him as an actor because I love The Fog. He's in The Fog, and I love that movie.
I can see that. Why do you have to make sense? I don't like it.
I know, all the time. I'm making a sense. You know. What about kills in the movie? What did you think about the kills?
They were okay. The one kill I told you backstage that I fucking hated was the one with the gun. Yeah. He hit the car door and she shot her. I thought that was so stupid. It might have looked cool, but I think it's a callback to, I don't know if it's a callback to Halloween 2 or Halloween 5 but I was just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. I was, at first I was like, I don't know. And then I watched it. Somebody did a little bit of a mini breakdown. It was just a pop in my YouTube feed. Somebody did a mini breakdown of the scene and talked about it being like some John Wick shit. Like something John Wick would have done to get his victim to kill himself with his own gun, kind of thing. I was like, all right. Okay, I can see that. Well, Michael's like, I just don't get... And the fact that she wasn't even expecting him to do that. And he's like, fuck you. You know, I'm going to make you kill yourself.
And to get that on the first fucking try too? Come on, Michael. Really? Are you really that lucky?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jaina. Oh,
see,
absolutely.
Jaina's with you. She's with you.
I died laughing. I played that scene over three times. And I was crying laughing because I thought it was so ridiculous.
Are you talking about the fluorescent light bulb scene where he just keeps it in and he like turns it in her throat and she's like, it's like bubbling and you could hear the blood bubbling out of the tube on the other end?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
I was like, that's the kill in the car where the guy is like gets the stethoscope and is choking him and he fucking sticks it through his eye up into his head, the knife and that you could tell the guy was like didn't expect that at all, like because he's like thinks he's winning by choking Michael Myers, and then he just grabs that knife and sticks it through his eye up into his eye, and he's like falls backwards and starts like, yeah, that was a great fucking kill too. I really like that one a lot too. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I agree with that one. And the firefighters, that whole scene, that was an amazing scene. I felt sorry for the firefighters, but and
Great scene.
like, and you like their POVs, and like you can
Oh, yes.
hear them panicking and stuff like that. I was like, oh my god, what? Ugh.
And then when they showed the sheriff and them go back to the crime scene and you realize there was more people than you saw, that he killed way more people than you actually see him kill. Yeah, that whole sequence was great. And I was a little let down by the saw. I was hoping to see more of the saw kill a little bit more,
Man,
a little closer.
so was I.
I was like, oh, but it's still, like you said, it had the one guy's like laying down POV shot. Like, I liked that they included that too.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I really enjoyed that. Oh, and the fact that when he's coming out of the house and the guy's like full on hitting with the hose pressure and he's like, I don't give a fuck. What are you doing? And he just sticks him in the face with the Halligan. And then the kill in the cellar before he breaks out where he hits him with the Halligan twice and then the thing goes through the guy's face. That was a great kill too. There was a lot of great kills in this movie.
It really was. And I didn't think about it with that fight. I should think about it because my brother-in-law and my sister, they're firefighters, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a lot of pressure that comes out of that thing. And again, if you think about it, that could be the little nod to like quote unquote supernatural also. Because if that was just a regular human being,
Absolutely.
they would be on their ass with how much pressure is coming out from that water hose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did it a few times when he did it with a lady watching her husband die. When he propped her up in the corner as he drags the guy on the table. And I like how they show him kind of almost doing his prep after he kills somebody. Mm-hmm. Like impaling them, like where he keeps going back with the knives and keeps trying to... I like that. I wanted a little bit more of that almost. Like, okay, what's he do after the kills to set up where they show up and they find the couple on on the playground, and you know they're in the Halloween mask, and the Marion Chambers is hanging with the other mask on from the season of the witch masks. So, yeah, sort of ish. I think it was more like it was. I don't think they ever actually said it out loud that I remember. It's been a few months since I've seen 2018.
I don't know. I like for some of the scenes that you see in 2018 and this one, it makes you. I'm like, wait a minute. If that was a regular, you can still be an evil and evil, but still be a person and just not have a moral compass type thing. But I don't know. But I also agree with Trey's comment.
Which one?
That people he liked how people didn't die instantly. That's a really fucked up thing to actually think about.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's more realistic. That's right, Melissa. But I also like the fact that they're like, okay, they've played with the idea of Michael Myers being, more than just a person down, in the past movies, and like the more he kills, the more he becomes something else besides just a man. He's becoming just almost the essence of evil. I like that because Michael Myers is. That's why I fucking hated Rob Zombie's remake. Why you gotta explain that he's a kid that fucking kills animals? God damn it! Stop. Just that pissed me off more. That right there in the beginning of Rob Zombie's Halloween. I'm like, okay, really? You're gonna make him just a fucking serial killer, dude?
I liked the concept of it. I didn't like the execution. I really did because it. Because in the original, you see, or you see him like when he the action of killing his sister, and then the parents finding him. But it's like, well, what made him do that? And I want that explored more in the third movie. I need something. You got to tell me something. If all the other shit is going to be retconned, you gotta tell us something in this third one.
See, why
like Michael the way he is,
or does it because
I don't know. Spell it out for people like me who don't get it.
Really quickly, as you mentioned, the fact that when his parents find him, I also like the fact that before the pumpkin credits, at the beginning, when you're in the flashback, and they have Loomis on the porch, Michael there with the cops, and they start to pan out with that wide shot, like in the original with the kid when his parents find him. It's like just
true.
a mirror image of that shot. I'm like, fuck, that's amazing. Like, that was a great. That's why. It almost feels like this movie is two different movies at some point.
It really does.
Yeah, you're like, okay, why is this whole hospital fucking scene here? What are you doing?
That's a good point. It really does.
There's more that I love about this movie than I hate. So there's that.
So the hospital scene, some of the dialogue. But what's another takeaway that you really didn't care for?
Let's see. Oh, the fact that Laurie was underused like a lot, and then they pushed her in the trailer as being like a. And also they pushed in the trailer that I know a lot of people didn't like Judy Greer's character. I actually thought I liked her a lot more in this one than I did in the first one. I expected more out of her as well. Mm-hmm. I like that we got more of Allison. I think we should have got more of Allison in this one. Maybe her mom joining her and teaming up with them. Like, especially when they realize that Michael's not coming to the hospital to get her, that he's going through the town because he's just a fucking murderer.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay there and protect your mom. He ain't coming there.
I think that was the most frustrating part is Laurie always instilled in with Karen that to do this, to be prepared or whatever. And for her, it not to click in her head, yes, people are getting hurt and they're bringing the dead people in or whatnot, but Michael is not there. That yeah, it didn't kick in.
No, there's a lot. I don't know. It was very much underused. I would have liked more scenes in the hospital with Laurie and Brackett instead of just the fucking stupid hospital, like, riot scene. Do that instead.
How do you survive a knife wound in the neck? How the fuck do you survive that shit?
Pressure. I keep.
Yeah.
Cameron got there in time, and sure, a few minutes later he would have died. But I mean, I do like that they kept him alive because I like his character quite a bit, and I enjoyed him in the first 2018. I thought he was underutilized in that, like by a lot. I'm like, why is he not in this movie more? It doesn't make sense. Like, you've got a great character with that deputy or Hawkins, and then you don't bring him in for more. Just a great actor too. So,
who played the black guy who was the new sheriff?
Worst sheriff of all time.
What?
I hated his sheriff. I'm like, you're a terrible fucking sheriff, dude. In the first movie, you're like, Michael Myers has escaped, and you're like, who gives a fuck? We're not going to cancel Halloween. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
It's Hadfield.
I get it that you're younger and you don't think that this is I know, but still.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the IMDb page to see.
And I know you're looking at that, but Liquid Blake is right that Blumhouse, I get it.
He's right.
Trailers are cut that way for a fucking reason, but yeah.
Omar J. Dorsey is his name.
Okay.
I've seen him in other stuff. He's a good actor. He is. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was rough. Okay, I agree. That whole scene after what happened with the thing where he's sitting in the stairwell, and when he's in the stairwell trying to stop them, and then when Tommy realizes how far they've gone, there are some okay takeaways out of it, but then it's like, it's just, you could have done something so much different with that sequence and made it just as powerful. But using that just that one throwaway like inmate that got out,
and even making Tommy realize it did. I get what you're trying to do, and maybe the guy still had to die, and for Tommy actually seeing the ruckus and stuff that it caused, but it's just yeah. Sorry, you were going to pull up that comment.
I was just saying, he says, David Gordon Green has already said he doesn't view Myers as being blatantly supernatural. Explaining Michael Myers is what removes his mystique and makes him less scary. Yeah. He's just a dude who snapped.
Yeah.
Regular dude. That's another
your...
reason I hated the Rob Zombie thing is because he was like, he didn't need to be 7'5" or whatever the fuck he was. Calm down. Calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, the Rob Zombie ones, the second one, just no. No. That
Quit casting your wife. She's a fucking terrible actress too.
she is.
Sorry. And yet she's gonna be the fucking Lily Munster. God damn it.
Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck.
Nope. He cast her in that role, and there was rumors he was going to cast shit. What's Moran? Oh, what's her name that plays Elvira?
Big
there
Boo.
were rumors there were rumors he was going to cast her to play Lily Monster, and it would have worked so much better.
Yeah, it would have.
But nope, you have to cast your fucking wife who can't act for a shift. Yelling and cursing is not acting.
No, it's not.
So the whole stuff in the hospital scenes with her and her son, and with little Michael in the first Rob Zombie's Halloween she's a fucking terrible actress. Like, it was horrible. That's why Lords of Salem that's one of the reasons it was so fucking bad. Yes, Cassandra Peterson. Thank you, Blake. That was why that was so bad, because she can't carry a movie. She's horrible. She's a horrible actress. Plus, that script was garbage, but that too. Because it's all about, like, every Rob Zombie movie has to have a reference to disgusting, stupid shit that only 4 people in the world have ever thought of. And he's one of them. It's just, God, nobody talks like that every day. When Laurie says that the more people Michael kills makes him into something more invincible, she's talking about him as an idea and what he does to people psychologically, like Tommy's Antifa mob. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I got it. That makes more sense. But then he gets shot a bunch of times at the end, and he's still kicking too. So you have to think about that as well. Plus, I shot him 6 times. He got shot 6 times in the first movie too. There's some bullet holes in the outfit. He's been shot, so he's bleeding a lot, because that's how Brackett, or not Brackett, but the other sheriff, I can't think of his name now.
Damn it.
Hawkins. That's how Hawkins finds him, by the bloody footprints. Yeah.
And
it's just go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say, the flashback scene where when you see Loomis having that gun into the back of Michael's head, and I forget what he whispered.
Give me 2
seconds.
seconds.
I was just like, kill him.
Yeah, what did he say?
Let me see what because I think I saw it on IMDb about what he said. Do you need to go somewhere, or do you need to do something real quick? I need to talk. I've taken over the GeekBlend channel, people.
I just grabbed a beer, that's all I did.
It'll be called
According to GeekBlend.
According to GeekBlend, there you go.
I think Loomis got behind Michael's like, this is for how you having a bigger dick than me, Michael. Fuck you. Yeah. That's fine what he said. Something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what he said though. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Continue to talk.
Trey says Blake says Trey was expecting Michael to be the person Karen found when she thought she was talking to the other patient, but is in fact Michael Myers standing there. I was hoping for that. That'd been pretty great. But then he's in the hospital, and then they go after him there. And it doesn't make sense, but yeah.
Some of the stuff in here. Hold on, where is it?
Yeah, but we already know he got shot 6 times.
Okay, so here it is. When Loomis attempts to kill Michael in the flashback, he utters purely and simply evil under his breath, as if to justify murder, with his philosophy that was explained earlier that night.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Some deep shit right there.
I know. I wish they'd killed. I would wish he had pulled the trigger just to see what had happened. And
yeah.
But no, you can't give me that.
No. Okay. You told me you don't have this movie. Oh, also, there's an interview with Jamie Lee Curtis online about H2O and why she came back and what happened after she came back. And then she found out the clause in the contract that Mustafa Akkad basically put in a non-terminating contract forever, as Michael Myers can never be killed. Like,
are you kidding me?
That's true.
But does it? But
Yes.
does it still? But does it still have to be in the contract since he's dead?
Well, I think they can kill him in a timeline, but he has to. They still have to do more movies. He still has to be alive, technically.
Damn it.
Yeah, like that's what Jamie Lee Curtis wanted to kill him. She wanted that scene at the end of H2O to be him, but they told her this a month before filming too. By the way, when they had sets being built, people hired already, everything ready to go. Like, oh, by the way, we can't kill him. Yeah. Yeah, you're not allowed to kill the boogeyman. Mustafa said no.
Yeah, that's the reason why that quote that I did in the chat when we first started. It's like, how do you kill the boogeyman? You don't.
That's right. A lot of people thought that too, Blake. And then just don't do Rob Zombie's reboot, but do a reboot and you just start the franchise over again, which is what they'll probably end up doing down the road to keep Michael from being 90 or 105. So. Yeah.
Let's
7 times in part 2. He got yeah. If you count the shots in part 2, it's 7 times. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love. It really boggles my mind that, like, you're right. They are going to eventually make remakes of the shit. I'm gonna love it when we're in our 60s, and then you see. And then we'll probably see a new version of A Star is Born in the next 25, 30 years. What do you think?
I was like, God damn it. Yes. Do it.
That's off topic, but I'm just like, oh my fucking God.
You're right. Yeah. You're right. I'd like to do a stream here shortly down the road to talk about how, like, Nightmare on Elm Street franchise has, oh my God. God damn it. I can't think of her name. The final girl, you have Laurie Strode in the Halloween series. You have Sidney Prescott in Scream. And you get to Friday the 13th and you have nothing. Can you imagine, like, when this lawsuit's over with Friday the 13th, where do they go with this? They have nothing to do.
Wait, there's a lawsuit with Friday the 13th?
Yeah, it's been going on for like fucking 12 years. That's why there's no new movie since 2009.
What's the lawsuit?
Nancy, thank you. 2 guys. The guy who said he wrote it and the guy who directed it said he wrote it. They've been fighting for like fucking 11 years on who gets to write the franchise. Okay. Yeah. There's apparently a couple of victories recently, but I mean, where do you go with that? You don't have this. You don't have these characters to pull. You don't have characters to pull out of. The only way it works. Yeah, Victor Miller. Well, I'll talk about that in the stream, but I'd like to talk about where would you go with the Friday the 13th franchise? Like, what would you do? What could you do? Kind of stuff. I think I'm going to do a stream about that down the road too. So,
Jason Goes to Mars.
Like, that's what you have. You gimmick it because you don't have a final girl. You don't have that. You kill your final girls off every fucking movie. Or like they started doing that at the beginning, and they killed the final girl off at the beginning of the next one. It just, yeah,
I'm not opposed to like final girls being killed off. I mean, sure, but it's just
you don't have now a character.
There's no investment of characters in
Correct.
it, especially because, like you said, there's Laurie Strode for Halloween, Nancy, even, and they eventually killed off Nancy. Tommy's the closest.
It's true, though. Tommy Jarvis is the closest thing you have.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what you got. That is the closest thing you've got. Trey's right.
Yeah.
12 years lawsuit and people making bank are Gracie lawyers. That's exactly right.
That's exactly right. Those lawyers aren't dumb.
I was going to send you the link, Stieg, but I wasn't sure how you were doing, how you were feeling, and we're going to be ending it soon, but I'm going to be doing more talks about this movie, the franchise going forward. I'd like to do a stream to talk about the franchise as a whole and like kind of maybe rank them together a little bit maybe or something like that. So yeah, I might be doing the streams this weekend as well too. So we'll do something soon. That's the only reason I didn't send you an invite, man, is because I figured you were like healing and stuff. So yeah.
How you feeling, you damn Swede?
Yeah, how you feeling, Stieg? You doing all right, man? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, he's gonna call me something as soon as he hears that.
He will. He's gonna call you names.
Yeah, he is.
He's gonna call you names.
It better be swamp ass bitch.
It's gotta be. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Victor Miller does hate Jason anyway, so yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
That's true. This is talking about Halloween H2O, because I know you said earlier you wish that Michael Myers Blake was the one who got his head cut off in H2O, like a lot of people did.
Mm-hmm.
His idea was he gets his head chopped. They don't do the ambulance switch or whatever. You still make more movies in that timeline, but he truly becomes supernatural. And a resurrection is an actual resurrection. So kind of like Jason Lives kind of a thing. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
And yeah, that could 100% could have worked. Seek says, I walked home for 40 minutes after the operation, Viking blood. I remember seeing that on your Twitter earlier, like, I don't recommend walking home after an operation. That's correct. See, I don't think you should be doing that, man. Not at all. Not at all. But yeah, that would have worked, Blake. I think that would have worked quite a bit. But overall, I did enjoy the movie. There were a lot more stuff I loved about the movie than I hated about the movie, Christy. So I'll say that. Would you agree with that?
I do. There was, watching it back for the third time. I was like, okay, I can see the point, but I still loved Karen getting killed at the end. I just didn't like her character, and nothing against Judy Greer at all. It's just I can't.
Because she's a great actress.
I can't stand that character.
Yeah, they kind of did make her very unlikable, especially in the first movie. And I get what they were trying to do with her character, but again, Jaina will agree with this. There's so much you could have done differently. Mm-hmm. But you look back at a lot of the movies we love and a lot of the slasher stuff from the 80s. There's a lot of stuff they could have done. But yeah, you get to the point where you're on a high from 2018, and I'm expecting the script to be a better written than this, because it was much better written in 2018. Dialogue-wise, especially when you go back and watch that, you'll see people. It's just that would have been great.
Oh my God, that would have been,
imagine that,
amazing.
Yep.
I didn't even think about that. That would have, oh my God, that would have been awesome.
There was a rumor that they were going to do, bring her back for this before 2018. When they were writing the script for 2018, they were going to bring her back.
Yeah.
But then it would have made Laurie look like a piece of shit to leave her daughter to die in the hands of Michael Myers and take off and fake her death and shit. Kind of would have made her look awful. So yeah, I get it.
But I would still have loved to have seen her come, maybe Danielle even come back as a different character. That would have been a great nod.
Yep. How did Marion Chambers end up in Haddonfield? Michael Myers grief counseling. That's how. I don't know. I don't know. I do kind of like how they had the people who had been in his direct path together like that. I kind of like that. It was kind of like a survivor group almost.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they mentioned down the road, or even in ends, I kind of hope they do that Loomis is the one who connected them all together. That would be great to find out. Loomis is the one who brought Marion. Oh yeah, Tommy survived this too. Lindsay survived this as well. Lonnie survived that encounter. You guys all have something in common. He's the one who brought them together.
But what age differences though? Because the kids are, let's say, in between the ages that we know, maybe 8 and 11, 8 and 12, 13. Well, maybe 13 might be pushing it. But then Laurie being a teenager, and then Marion, it was probably old enough to be a mom to maybe one of the kids. I was like, damn.
Yep.
But I do love her death and how it was. I was like, wait a minute, are they going to kill her the way that I think that they're going to kill her? And I was really happy that they did.
Yeah, me too. I was like, this is such. I love how it's very much a mirror of her first scene, her first encounter with Michael Myers, and it's the same thing that happens as her last encounter with Michael Myers. Yeah. Yep. I was thinking the same thing. Those kids who picked on Lonnie are going to be as adults. They even, like I said, they put their family name in. I was like, okay, we're going to see something. So I do think we're going to have more flashbacks to 78, 79, what like that era in ends as well. And I think you're right. I think those kids are going to be in there for a reason. I think they are. Really quickly, we're going to end it here shortly, but Jana brought this up. Yes, I did watch the Chucky series. After like 2 or 3 episodes, I'm going to do a review of the first few episodes. Yeah. So far, I really like it. Yeah. See, I didn't see it. It's because it didn't show up on my end here. Where is it?
I don't see it.
He says, you skipped my Christy rant. I worked hard on it. Read it in John Wayne voice.
No, but I do. But the only other comment that I see that he did was I
walked home for 39 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
that's all I see too. Did you hit? Yeah, you might admit. I don't know what happened, buddy. Sorry about that.
Dumbass.
I didn't mean to. Are you on any kind of painkillers? Did you really write a Christy rant, or was it in here?
Of course, he wrote a Christy rant.
Okay. Oh shit! Look at Jana. She says it's that sweet Wi-Fi.
It's that. Yep, YouTube doesn't like you. Then, welcome to my world.
Yeah, I was gonna say welcome to exactly what you have to deal with. Yeah, okay, I don't know what happened. I think it's just YouTube being an asshole, just like always.
YouTube is asshole. Like, I don't even see it like deleted. It's like it's not there.
Yeah. I know, right? Okay, yeah, just take a screenshot. That's fine. But yeah, Christy, thanks for coming on and hanging out and talking about the movie. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Enjoyed it. Enjoyed having you on, as always.
Thank you. It's fun to stream and do casual stuff like this instead of just the same like thing with the politics or just like you're complaining about Hollywood and whatever. It's just to talk about the movie. Yeah,
it's exactly what it is. Yeah, I that's why I don't do that very much like that anymore. Well, the fact that I haven't had time because of some of the bullshit I've been dealing with and work and other stuff. But yeah, that's another reason it's the same thing over and over again half the time. I'm like, I don't want to talk about this. Who gives a shit? Do I have to really read this in a John Wayne voice? Okay.
Wait.
I can do it. He sent me a screenshot.
I want to.
He sent me the screenshot. I'll send it. Okay. Yes, I don't want to pull up on screen because my face looks stupid in the screenshot.
No, send me the screenshot.
Okay, I'll send you a screenshot. Oh, let me do that. Yeah. Come on. I can do that, right? Copy message.
Yeah. Or you can just take a snippet of it.
I'll do that.
It's Steve Kenobi. Die, Jaina. Die in Baskin's ass.
I saw that. Okay. Yeah, I just dragged the screenshot to my...
Okay.
There you go. Okay, I'll do my best, Steve. I'll do my best, okay? I'm going to read this in a John Wayne-esque voice. Christy, you hunchbacked, swine-bred, lazy-eyed, skanky, golden shower enthusiast, humperdinkled cousin hubbin vaccine sucker extraordinaire.
Thank you.
How's that?
Thank you very much.
How was that, Steve? Was that okay? He says technically he was on drugs when he wrote it. So yeah, there you go. See, there you go. There you go. You got a disconnect from chat message when you came in. Thanks for stopping by too. Is that your dog too? Oh yeah, I think it is. I think it is your dog. Yeah. You two are on Terminator robots, Scott Steak.
Is his name what I think it is?
Yes.
Supposed to be.
Fuck Norris.
Fuck Norris.
I think everybody pronounces it differently when they see his name in the chat. But yeah, I see him. I think he's in Rhino's chats as well, and like Full Aussie, I believe too. Yeah. So yeah. But I know I said something to Jace earlier about bringing Jace on. I apologize, Jace, for not sending you the link. Me and Chrissy got to talking. I just kind of like spaced it a little bit. So when we talk more about this movie, probably over the weekend, and more of the Halloween franchise itself, I'll send you an invite, and I'll send Steve an invite too, because I'm sure he'll be feeling a little better by then and won't be on as many drugs by then. So say no to drugs, Steve. Say no to drugs.
I need to take drugs before talking to Christy. please do, because honestly, you.
Nice. I need to take drugs for it.
Is there not a quote from a movie that I know for it's something where it's like I'm fuck Norris and these are my two hands. What is that? I just know
something. It's something.
There's something. I'll find it, but
I know you're onto something because it sounds very When you just started saying that, I was like, wait a minute, that's got to be a quote.
It's a quote. I was like, that's a quote from something.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be.
Damn.
What was your? So we agree. Our favorite thing about the movie is the flashback sequence.
Yes.
And the thing we hate the most in the movie is the riot sequence.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Okay. Hey, I think a lot of people are going to be on the same page with that. I think mostly.
Yeah. I
think so because that I just you take that out of the movie and what changes?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Nope. All you gotta do is show the crowd being in an uproar to get out of the hospital and them running over people by accident. Dude, there you go.
And just
you got riled up. You act like fucking idiots. You cause a riot. People accidentally get killed, like people going into Black Friday. You kind of do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do.
And really, if you're thinking what Michael Myers might look like or what he might be able to do, you see that short dude that's Danny DeVito-esque looking as the Penguin. Do you think he's going to be? You thinking he's Michael Myers? No. No. Like, look, it's Danny DeVito in Batman Returns. Like, great costume, dude.
Now I can't think. I hate you. Because I can picture it.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, man, he's got a good Danny DeVito Penguin costume on. Nice job. That's what I'm thinking. Well, thank you everybody for being here tonight. While me and Chrissy talk about Halloween Kills. Chrissy's seen it 3 times, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Steve says, I made a mistake there. They watched Let the Right One In. Thought so anyway. It turns out it was Let the Right One in and out, in and out, and in and out. And it wasn't a horror movie at all. So it was a horror movie. Okay.
I hate that. That is actually kind of funny. That's funny.
Yeah, it is. Do you think spacing the events out over a year, so it was Halloween 2019, give Laurie more opportunity and not tied to the hospital for any scenes you need Laurie? Yes and no. Because you could have done it. They still could have done much better with what they did with the hospital stuff as well, Blake. So, either way, they just didn't handle it properly with her character. And again, that's that Blumhouse marketing. And they're like, look, it's Laurie Strode's movie. And they're like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. Soul Assassin pops in as I say that. Did someone say horror movie? Yes, I did.
See, you messed up your fucking joke.
I knew what you meant there. I knew what you meant. Deep movie made for rewatching. Yes. You got to watch it over and over and over again. Yeah, exactly. There you go. I got it for you. I'll fix it for you, Steve. We'll fix it in post. Fuck it. So.
Jackass.
Chrissy, do you have anything coming up? Are you going to be on streams with anybody else? Or are you doing anything this week?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Just maybe.
Whenever.
Just whenever. I think I'm hosting I'm supposed to host Queen's Council this week, but
cool.
I'm not sure. If not, it'll just be on Mad's Mama Bear's channel.
Okay.
That's
awesome.
the default channel where the other ladies aren't hosting.
I'm going to put your Twitter in the chat.
What do you have coming up, Jeff?
Stuff I should have had out like 2 weeks ago. That's what. Yeah. Like a lot of stuff I should have had. I swear to God, I think I have like 12 or 13 videos I haven't even edited yet. And I have 2 unboxings I haven't even done yet. So, yeah. So I got stuff coming. Soul Assassin says, please bring back Walmart streams, please.
Well,
I agree. I have to agree with Soul Assassin on that.
I do want to, but if you go on there, it's like you can only go. It's not a full. It would only be like a 45-minute stream, or because there's not as many picture postings. So I would try to think That's the channel. That's my YouTube. I was like, yeah, that's the YouTube channel. I was like,
Explain.
wait, the Twitter doesn't have an E at the end. But we'll see. I might try to do the Walmart streams. We'll see.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Maybe if you don't do them all the time, maybe just bring back every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
are always so much fun to watch.
That was the plan, to like maybe do one a month or something like that, and then COVID happened.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That fucked everybody's shit up,
yeah,
so,
yeah, we know. We know wholeheartedly, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yeah, absolutely. It really fucked up everybody's world.
Yep.
Some people's for a good way, and some people that you realize, wait a second, things might be better this way. So yeah, so that might have helped. Yeah, but yeah, I like I said, just keep an eye on the channel, guys. I got stuff I got to edit and get out. I'm off tomorrow, so that's good. I'll get some shit done, maybe, hopefully. So yeah. Oh, I agree. That'd be super fun. Like go through a bunch of like bad Halloween decorations or costumes. Like Google a bunch of shit about that. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely do that. We did that last year. It's
hell yeah.
Some of those Halloween, some of the Halloween photos make the Walmart photos tame.
Yes, they do. You're like, wait, can I show that on stream?
Yeah, but like
didn't they do a little bit of that on Dark Council last year too, going through Halloween costumes like that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but see,
that was great.
The guys, they're just like, well, yeah, we can't show that. And then there's me that really doesn't give a shit.
Show it. Show it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, just fucking show it. Shit. YouTube's like, whatever. Take it down. Who cares?
Yeah. I had a stream that ended because of that. Like, there was someone did a parody of like when Putin. It was actually a Walmart stream where it was Putin on the horse, like horseback, when he didn't have just chest and stuff like that. But it was such a good parody. And somebody literally, like they reported that live stream, and it fucking ended.
What?
Yeah, it ended. I had to start another one.
Oh my god!
No, this was last year.
Wow.
But yeah,
that'll suck.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh, there you go, Mega J. It's a pretty good one. Terminator mask with your Cobra Kai jacket, ultimate 80s action badass. There you go, man.
There you go.
That works. No costumes for me this year. So, yeah. Just lounging. That's it. I'll be on vacation that week. So, yeah. Just chilling. Watching movies. So, looking forward to that. But, all right, guys. Keep an eye on the channel for stuff this week. Christy, thanks for being here again. I appreciate you hanging out and reviewing Halloween Kills. Again, Chrissy gives about a 6 out of 10, you said, right?
6, maybe. I'll do 6.5. I'll do 6.5.
Okay, 6.5. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be about a 7.5 to about an 8. So yeah. I think it was higher than that before. I think it was like an 8.5 before. But yeah, like I said, I kind of sat on it a little bit and let it marinate, and it just Yeah. Steve's comment's great. Yes, Melissa, show us your pumpkins like you did on Naboo.
God, Jesus Christ, Steve.
Nice. That's great. I hope you guys have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your week, everybody. I'll see you guys soon. Like I said, I got Not a Living Dead stream to do this week, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow night.
Are you doing the original?
Tomorrow night, or yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's going to be this week sometime, and then Sunday I'll do a stream too. So yeah, we'll just Sunday evening. Because Sunday is the only day I'll have to pack and get everything ready for my trip. So Sunday evening I'll do something. So keep an eye out, and it'll be fun. We'll do something. We'll have some fun. So thanks again, Chrissy, for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time. And I hope you guys have a great night. See you later.